Hi you guys, I hope that you are all doing well. I felt like playing around with a little bit of makeup today, so I thought I would try out kind of a first impressions of the brand Salt New York. They're a new brand for me, and if you guys aren't familiar with them, they're a vegan and cruelty-free brand based out of New York that was made by a makeup artist, and they have sustainability at kind of the forefront of their brand with a refillable system. So they very kindly sent me like pretty much their whole collection, which was absolutely so generous, and I picked out some of the colors that I knew I would kind of gravitate towards, and I thought we would put together a palette today. They sell this mini palette that I have here, and then they sell a larger palette that you can purchase from their store. And it's all based in a magnet system, so you kind of like put the pans that you want on here. This one fits 4 pans, and yeah, you can change it, you can customize it. Anyway, I've heard really great things about these products. They're all cream, which I absolutely love, adore cream products, so I'm very excited about this. So yeah, let's hop in. But to start off, I'm actually gonna do a tiny bit of skincare prep just because I've been having kind of like tricky skin recently. It looks like little horns, but I'm just gonna clip back my bangs, which are now very much grown out, just so they're out of the way. So I'm gonna apply some face oil. I find that applying an oil before you do makeup just kind of like, for me at least, really helps like smooth out the canvas, I guess you could say. I used to really love the Kjaer Weis Beautiful oil for that particular reason. It acts as such a great base, and then products, especially cream products, lay so nicely over it, but I don't have that oil anymore, so I thought I would use what I'm using in my skincare routine, which is this Kora Organics Noni Glow face oil, which is another product that I really love. And I'm just gonna apply maybe 3 or 4 drops to my hands, kind of like rub them together and kind of press it onto my face and down my neck. I've pressed that in, and now for the next step, this is something that I've been doing mainly because I wake up with such a puffy face, and I feel like it lasts pretty much all day until I'm like ready to go to bed, and then all of a sudden the puffiness disappears, and then I wake up with the puffiness again. So very inconvenient, and it definitely makes like this area of my face feel really puffy. And so you guys know I'm a huge fan of kind of facial massage, and I've been looking into a lot of like at-home devices because I haven't like been able to get a facial in a long time. Just trying to figure out like at-home treatments to do regular maintenance. And Jillian Dempsey actually gifted this device to me. It's called a beauty bar. So you can see it's a gold bar, and then the end of it actually vibrates. So you can apply like your serum, your moisturizer, or in my case, a face oil. And then you can turn on the vibration of this just at the bottom. You just kind of twist it on, and you can really use this to kind of sculpt your face. And so the product that you apply gives you that glide to be able to do the movement. If I wasn't, on camera, I do this for, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes, and you can even see like in my cheeks there's blood flow already coming, and I just kind of go like up and out. It just feels so good. And certainly on areas like my eyes where I get pretty puffy, it just really gently, without pulling the skin, because again I have that oil on, just kind of move all the puffiness out of my face. And on my forehead, I like to go kind of like up and radiate out. This also feels so good on your temples. And do the same thing on the other side. And this is like such an easy portable device. If you guys are still working from home, if you're ever on a Zoom call and you're just listening to something, you don't need your camera on, you can do a little multitasking. And then I just turn it off. And then I like to take my hands and just really gently move what I kind of like push to the outside of my face down. And I focus primarily like on the sides of my neck. Yes, that might be a little bit excessive, but if you have the time, it feels very nice. So I'm gonna go through my face routine really quick so we can just focus on the new Salt New York products. So I'm gonna use the Kjaer Weis Liquid Foundation, and I'm applying a pretty light layer of this, so you'll still be able to see some imperfections through it, but as usual, that doesn't bother me. I'm just really trying to generally even out my skin tone. I know I mentioned this in like every video, but as soon as summer comes around, my pigmentation just really increases and picks up. A little concealer underneath my eyes. I'm not going to go in and do any spot correction. I have a couple of spots that are peeking out, but I think I'm just going to leave them today. I'm going to apply some brow product, and then we can actually get on to the Salt New York products. I just tried to pluck my brows the other day and I ended up taking off way too much. I have like a total bald spot right in the middle of my eyebrows, which is always frustrating. Okay, so there's a leaf blower in the background, but we're gonna carry on. Like I said, I picked out like a whole bunch of shades that I think I would like, and I'm just gonna kind of like assemble a kit, so I'm gonna pick 4 of them to try out today. I'm always hesitant to open a whole bunch of products at once because I want to like actually use them before they expire. But if you want to see a particular swatch of a color, let me know. Although I am going to be inserting some photos that are available on the Salt New York website that show swatches of every color. So they have 3 products, and I believe they actually introduced a new product. Maybe it's like a color correcting product. I'm gonna have to check on that. But the 3 types of products that I have is their Radiant Cream Pro Tint. That is like a highlighting product. Their Lip and Cheek Cream Tint Pro. That is like a lip and cheek blush or lip product. And then a Sculpt and Bronze Cream Tint Pro. So I feel like the names are kind of self-explanatory. Talk really quickly about packaging. They all come in this like absolutely adorable paper packaging that I'm kind of obsessed with this lion logo that I absolutely love. It kind of looks like a tattoo to me. So the first shade that I wanted to try is the Sculpt and Bronze Cream Tint Pro in the shade Contour, which they now have changed to Taupe. So it's same shade, just different name on their website. So Taupe is what I'm trying. I'm just gonna open it up. It had a like little protective cover on it like this, so that it doesn't get smudged in the actual container. And then you have your pan that you pop into your little palette. And now I have one of the 4 shades chosen. And I had a really hard time choosing the Lip and Cheek Cream Tint. There are just so many beautiful colors, and they sent me their spring collection, which has like a beautiful purple in it. I think let's go with Coral. I really am tempted to just go with Rose because I know that that's like my shade. I love that shade. I will buy that shade from a zillion different brands, but let's try something different. Let's open Coral. And then for the Radiant Cream, which is like the highlighter, I have Pearl and Warm Tan that I picked out. Go with Warm Tan because I feel like now I'm starting to do like a little bit of a warmer look. So we'll try that out. And then I wanted to pick a shade for my eyes, which, oh, it's gonna be so challenging. Of course, I just stuck my finger in it, but that's a really beautiful purple color. So let's do that. It's fun. I think it'll probably be pretty sheer. Oh, does anyone have like any tips for not sticking your nail in these pans? Anyway, here we go. We have Lilac here, Warm Tan. This is Taupe, but my packet says Contour, and then Coral. I'm going to be using just my fingers because that's usually how I would apply it, but I assume that you can use brushes with this as well. Let's start with Lilac on our eyelids. Really pretty amount of pigment here. This is kind of like a watercolor wash. The formula is definitely pretty slippery, so this is going to crease. However, most cream shadows crease, so that's just something you need to be aware of. And personally, that doesn't bother me. I just kind of smudge them out. Very pretty wash of color though. All of these are really just a great way to wear color on your eye, especially if you're someone who's not used to wearing color on your eye, just because they blend out so beautifully. I'm curious to see how sheer the other colors will be because the swatches on the website are quite pigmented. And like if I, left it like that, like look at the difference in pigment between this eye and that eye. But obviously I'm kind of washing it out. I'm always extremely curious to try makeup lines created by a makeup artist because I think like doing your makeup every day is very different than being a makeup artist. And you have to have so much consciousness about textures and color and how everything's going to work on different skin tones, and I think that this line, based on at least the swatches that I saw, feels very inclusive. I love the glossy effect of this shadow, and you could do quite a monochrome look. You could just do this lilac color. That's very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit of mascara. Like this is kind of like disco with my earrings. We're going to be doing a bright cheek too, so very disco. But who could be mad about that? Let's do a little bit of contouring. Now this is a pretty cool color, so it'll be interesting to see how it contrasts with such a bright cheek. So I'm just going to find my cheekbone, and I'm going to start cautiously and blend up. This is very reminiscent to me of like the Kevin Aquan contour shade. So I think if you have a light skin tone, this is a really beautiful contour color for you. So that's kind of unblended, and then that is blended. Really, really pretty. I like that a lot, actually. I haven't had a contour shade that I've really liked since trying the what's it called? Powder bronzer in Malibu. That's like also a very great like powder form of this color, and kind of like in that Kevin Aquan vein too. Now running into my blush color, which is a super vibrant coral. This one feels like a lighter formula again. like a little bit more balmy. I'm gonna go easy on this because we also have a pretty vibrant color on our lids. I like a cherry color more than a coral on me. I definitely was expecting more orange to come through, but regardless, very pretty. And you guys know me, I'm not the person to test like super full pigment colors. I like everything to be a very soft wash of color, so I feel like the swatches maybe give you a better idea of like how thick you can layer these and how much pigment you can actually get out of them, whereas for me, think about these as like a sheer watercolor. That is the amount of pigment that I want. Okay, I'm starting to see a tiny bit of creasing on my eyes. So like I said, I just go in, dab it, no more creasing. Now let's try the Radiant Cream. It's gonna be a little bit dark, but I think if I blend it out and I think if I do a sheer wash, I'll be able to get away with it. So I'm just gonna do kind of like a C shape on my upper cheekbone and then up onto my brow bone. No glitter, which I absolutely love, and definitely kind of a golden glow. These products just like feel so soft. They really just melt onto your skin. Can you guys see the glow that's coming off of this? I'm gonna take a little bit and put it on the inner corner. Gold and purple like always feels so regal to me. This is definitely like a paint pot kind of makeup line where it's so fun to blend these all together. Everything just like works so seamlessly with each other. I'm gonna do a sheer wash of that coral color on my lips. It feels so velvety. And then I'm just gonna tap it in because it is kind of like a loose formula. So making sure that it's not gonna move too much, but it's so easy to get these like very soft, feathery edges with it. And take my hair down. Maybe add a tiny bit more purple to my eyes. I feel like that pigment kind of disappeared a little. So that is the finished look. First impressions of these products is that they are beautiful. They give me that like sheer kind of glow from within look that I feel like I'm always going for. I feel like the standout for me was definitely the contour and blush color. I love this shade Lilac. I am worried that it's not going to last terribly long on my eyelids. I just think the glow that these products give you are so beautiful. Obviously this is a first impression, so I can't say much in terms of how long they'll last, so I'll keep you guys posted with that, but certainly you could apply either like a setting spray or some powder products over top just to kind of give you that longevity that you might want. I really am looking forward to trying more colors from them. I just feel like my face has this very much like watercolor effect. Like that is how it felt applying these. Just super comfortable, easy to blend, and it's like there but not heavy and just giving me such a pretty glow. If you guys have tried Salt New York products, let me know. What are some of your favorite colors? I know a couple of you have already told me yours and I definitely have those on my list to try. In fact, I tried a couple today. But yeah, super impressed by this. I might buy myself the bigger palette just so that I can fit more in here and try some more products out. Love this whole concept. Definitely leaning really heavily into the sustainability sector of conscious beauty. I feel like that is where my mindset's at right now, and so trying brands like this is very exciting for me, and especially brands that have, you know, such beautiful products and have sustainability at the forefront. You can't lose. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are all doing well, and yeah, thanks so much for watching, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.